Hey everybody, thank you for coming back to my channel to watch another video with me. So this video is going to be about diabetes because they have lied to us and told us that it is a disease, and it's not. It's very easy to cure, and you really don't need insulin or any other major pill or type of surgery that they're telling you about. The only thing you need to do is change your diet, okay? And I've done this with my own personal family member, my grandma. She was on the spectrum of having diabetes, and they told her eventually that she actually was like, you know, type 2 diabetic. And then I was able to, like, from the knowledge that I learned in school and stuff like that through my kinesiology program, I was able to figure out these things. And then as I went on and I've just paid attention over time to like history patterns and like different things that like just occur, you know, time and time again throughout like our mental process as humans and stuff like that, I was able to figure out how to pretty much get rid of it. So through this book here, it's called Nutricide. I feel like every black person should read this book because I was able to be enlightened, and I haven't even finished the book yet, honestly, but I was enlightened through their text and how they were telling us, like, through the book, that there is no disease and all you have to do is cure yourself. Like, the fact that and disease is not even like disease within the context that we frame it to be within the medical practices and things like that. Disease meaning dis-ease within your spiritual, because every dis-ease begins as a spiritual imbalance, right? So this is what we need to understand about diabetes. Diabetes comes from an overload of sugar, right? So I'm gonna put it in the most simplest terms ever. Diabetes comes simply from you having too much sugar. What does sugar look like? Sugar looks like bread. Sugar looks like rice. And I'm talking white bread and white rice. Sugar looks like cereal. Sugar looks like high fructose corn syrup. Sugar looks like juice, you know, Gatorades and all types of like vitamin waters and anything that has like, you know, just drink water. Like, just drink water. If you find yourself to have diabetes, that's the first thing you need to do. Eliminate all sugary drinks. You shouldn't be drinking soda. And the best way to cut back on these type of things would be to, okay, so if you drink soda every day, at this point, when they tell you something like that, you should start to actually like productively cut back and find better eating habits. I always suggest to people making sure that if you're going from eating it every day, 7 days a week, that you start your next week going 4 days with the drinks, okay? You have pop now 4 days or soda 4 days a week, and then after that, you do that for 2 weeks. Your body gets a little bit used to not having it all the time, but then you're still able to, you know, supply yourself with some of it. And then from there, you go to 3 days and then 2 days. And then you like eventually just don't even crave it anymore, you know? And so you just have to train your body. And that goes for every single like food and how you eat, etc. When you want to cut something out of your diet, the first thing that you want to do is just every other day, this is what I'm gonna eat. You know, if you eat pizza every day, start to eat it 4 times a week and just cut back. After 2 weeks, I mean, after the first month, you should be eating it like 3 times a week, and that's it. And this is how you grow, and this is how you like train your body into its healthier state, not just an automatic shut off or like just a moderation in like your portions. It's more so of like training your brain and your mind to work together, and I mean your body to work together with your brain and your mind. I mean your brain to have actual like results, you know, and you feel it within yourself, within, instead of like sticking to like a regimen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But I feel like that's a good way to start, like, moderating your diet, right? And I suggest this to my grandma, right? And so she starts doing it. She's like, okay, I'm not gonna drink as much pop anymore. I'm just gonna drink it every now and then. So it's just like, instead of you buying something in bulk, maybe just get it individually. And then you start to get it individually, and then you start to get sick of getting the individual products. And then it's just like, okay, like, you're wearing yourself out. And then on top of that, you're already trying to cut back. So then you just kind of get used to not having it, right? And so, another thing with diabetes is it's not a hereditary thing. Diabetes has only become hereditary in type 1 because they have been poisoning us for generations. And I know that's hard to believe, and I know that's hard to wrap your mind around, but think about it. If they say sugar is the worst drug, worse than cocaine, why are we eating it? Why are we allowing the FDA to continue to push through certain chemicals and foods that are not good for our well-being? I mean, this is how we keep the medical system alive and making billions and trillions of dollars a year off of our, insurance. So, like, it's just like, we need to start to take heed of these things because we really can cure ourselves. We don't have to go to the doctor. You know what we do? We go to the doctor, we figure out what's wrong with us, and then you go to the garden, and then you start to get your herbs together, you start to get your teas together, you start to get your heart blood pressure teas and all that type of stuff. They have it at all these international markets and things. You can find blood pressure teas. You can find a way to lower your blood sugars and things, even with your mindset and your attitude towards life. It's about letting things go and releasing. Like, once you start to hold on to all that sugar is when you start to produce complications within your body that turn into dis-ease, right? So it all starts in your mind. If you can control your mind to eat better foods, and you can control your mind to start to navigate yourself into eating less of something, or drinking or consuming of anything in a more moderate tone, and then eventually getting to the point to where you're not even craving it. This is how we create better health. This is how we eliminate diabetes from being off the table altogether. I mean, because we have to start to look at historical patterns even, right? Diabetes was not a thing 100 years ago. Diabetes became a thing prominently within really like the last, like, not even a century. So like, we have to start to look at historical patterns and how they poisoned us, historical patterns, which this book goes into, and how they went into our tribes and started to trade us for flour and for sugar. I've also learned this off of a documentary. I can't think of the name, but they literally converted us from our natural foods, in which we inherited from the earth, into flour and sugar, and they traded with us, and we thought that was the best thing ever, and that they were giving us gold because we didn't have to go searching for food, and we didn't have to do it like the hunting and gathering form. It was just there. That's when supermarkets and stuff like that formed. And then when supermarkets formed is also when clinics formed. You know what I'm saying? And it goes into detail in that book as well, Nutricide, and that is by YahYah Africa. I know I'm saying that wrong, but there you go. So make sure that you read books to get yourself well informed about different matters going on, as far as like what Black people experience and what we need to do as far as our health is concerned. Because if you corrected your diet, that would literally cure your diabetes. Like, literally correct your mind, correct your diet, and that's literally how you cure diabetes. We got to get up and start moving again. We have to get active, you know. Of course, food moderation helps, but we have to stay active, because when we're doing active things, that's when our mind is being cleared. You know, when you're taking those walks, that's when you're clearing your mind. When you're maybe even cutting the grass, or even like, you know, picking weeds out of your garden, or, you know, just any type of like everyday task you can even use to just fulfill some type of movement in your life. And I feel that'll make all the difference. Keep plants around you. Keep green jasper, that helps with blood pressure. If you wear like a bracelet and you have different things going on with your blood, it'll help your blood circulation become more normal, and it'll stabilize your blood a little bit more. So that's a crystal that you can use that has healing properties to help with blood circulation, etc. So just keep all of these things in mind, because I feel like nobody really talks about this, and it really is easy to cure, like literally cure this ease, you know what I'm saying? So if you have been diagnosed with this ease, please just take everything that I said into consideration, and the correction of your mind and your thoughts and how you feel about yourself, and then releasing everything, you know, through a walk or through a jog, or however you want to do it, whatever makes you feel like, you know, the kid at heart and just very warm on the inside. That's what you need to do, along with correcting your habits and eating and taking those steps to moderate your diet, and know that what sugar really looks like today. And sugar is really like, it's not as obvious as they make it out to be. So you have to pay attention to food labels, and read and watch out for the high fructose corn syrups, and watch out for the overload of sugars and the grams and all that type of stuff, and like just really hone in on, you know, coming up with something that works for you at the end of every day. You have to come up with a healthy regimen that works for you. And if you live like you're healthy, and again, you're correcting your mind, you're gonna heal yourself through having plants and a home around you, and comfort, and just easing your mind of everything around you, instead of absorbing all the sugars and the drug, you know. Like it really does mess with us more than we even think, and more than we even like to acknowledge, you know, because we do function a lot differently without sugar. And you just have to start to notice like the changes in your body, and how you feel more energetic, or when you don't feel as energetic, and what foods make you feel some type of way versus the foods that don't make you feel some type of way. And this will help you get the clarity you need in order to carry out this process in healing yourself from diabetes. I'm telling you, it's easy. Clear your mind, clear your body, and control your mind to cleanse your body of this dis-ease, and I promise you, you'll be good. Like literally, green foods keep your digestive system going. You have to eat the green foods. You have to figure out what works for you. If you like asparagus and that's the only green food you like, you need to be eating that a lot more than you do that chicken and rice and all the starches and things that add up and become plaque at the end of the day, which ends up in this you know, state of being in your body being unbalanced. So I hope this helps somebody for real. Thank you for coming back to my channel to watch another video with me, and I really hope that someone takes notes and passes this along to the next person, because we can really heal ourselves. Like, we can really do this. Like, it's been done already. My grandma did it. I helped my grandma do it, so y'all can do it too. It's okay. I seen a video today too about it, actually, which inspired me to do this video. So it's okay, y'all. We can actually heal ourselves from diabetes, and we don't have to let this linger into the next generation. We could be healed from that, and we don't have to carry that forth. In the name of Jesus. Okay. All right. Thank you. Peace.